Welcome back, everyone. So, at this part of our lesson, we're going to continue with timed practice. Okay, timed practice one for complete the words section. Now, here in our timed practices, what we are going to do is we will have a practice test. Okay, and I will give you 1 minute to complete each practice test by yourself. And then we are going to check the answers together. All right. So if you are ready, please get yourself a pencil or a pen and a piece of paper, please. All right. And then I will give you 1 minute to do this practice test. Are you ready, everyone? All right. So if so, let's start. Let's go. All right. Time is up, everyone. So, yeah, personally, I love these timed practices because these timed practices really give you a chance to practice yourself under timed conditions, just like the TOEFL exam. So, I hope you benefit from these timed practices also. All right, so let's have a look at our first question or first task. All right, so it says in early human societies, rituals were a basic part of community life. Like I said in our previous lesson, it's very, very important, everyone, for us to first understand the first sentence and the last sentence. So, as you can see from the first sentence, the text is about rituals. Now, some of you might not know the word ritual, but ritual means ceremonies. And here, here it is discussed as part of early human societies. So in ancient times, ceremonies were a basic part of community life. So community and society, they are pretty much the same. Okay, so they have a similar meaning, but if you don't know the meaning, please take note of it. All right, society and community are synonyms in this context. All right. So the text talks about ceremonies in early human societies. If you look at the last sentence again, they might appear simple today. These ceremonies might appear simple today, but for ancient people, like as you can see, it's still talking about ancient people, they served they served important social functions. Again, essential means significant, significant, and important. So essential, significant, and important, they are all synonyms in this context. All right, so let's start with our questions then. So these rituals, these ceremonies might include. So first one was easy. These might involve music, storytelling, and even dancing around the fire. So even dancing around the fire. This is the second answer. Uh, and from these practices, now you might ask, is it possible to say from those practices? I mean, if you ask me, these is a better option in this case, all right? So from these practices, people developed traditions, right? So traditions is the correct answer here. And again, something important to take note of, all right? Tradition is a synonym. Tradition is a synonym for custom, right? So traditions and customs are they form like they are rituals here or ceremonies are part of traditions and customs in these societies. Now here, as you can see in the first part, it talks about how important these ceremonies or these rituals are. As you can see, we have an opposite meaning here. It says not everyone participated. So here an opposite idea comes. For this reason, however, would be the best option actually, because an opposite idea is coming. However, so however means but not everyone participated, right? And the next answer is some members were only observers. So some members participated actively, some members just observed or watched these ceremonies, all right? And others led the ceremonies. Again, there's an opposite idea here. Some members were observers, some others led the ceremonies. So let's remember everyone here the word lead is a verb and it's the first form of the word, okay? The verb. Led is actually verb 2. All right, so lead, led, led. So some people were observers and some others were uh, leaders in these ceremonies. So there's an opposite idea here. And to give that opposite, we need to have while as an answer. Now, while, normally we know while uh, as a time linker, but while can be used to give opposite meanings, all right? So, for instance, while Pam is a very outgoing person, her sister is quite shy. Her sister is quite shy. So as you can see, there are opposite ideas here. Pam is very outgoing, but her sister is shy. And you can perfectly give this opposite meaning by using while in the sentence. Okay, there's no problem here. So here, there are opposite ideas, all right? Dancing often carried symbolic meaning, right? Symbolic meaning. Over time, in time, such rituals evolved into, and here such is a very important and very beautiful vocabulary item, everyone. So when you are using such with a noun, such with a noun, it means these things like these, all right? So for instance, such people, all right? Such energy, energy like this, okay? So it can be used with both countable and uncountable nouns, okay? So for instance, let's give an example. He is a very stubborn person. He's very stubborn, or he's a very stubborn person. And I hate such people. I hate such people. Such plus noun, as you can see. All right. So here, what you're saying is he is very stubborn, and I hate such people. I hate people like these. All right. So it can be used like that. All right. So in the next part, in the next as a next word here, we can use we can see the word evolve. Right. Evolve is a beautiful vocabulary item, everyone. Evolve means change gradually, right? So change gradually, change step by step, change in time, all right? So from here, we have the word evolution. So when we're talking about the evolution of animals, for instance, or evolution of human beings, So we use the word evolution. All right. In biology, it's a very common vocabulary item. Such rituals evolved into more formal celebrations. So rituals like these changed into more formal celebrations. They appear simple today, but for ancient people, they had essential social functions. All right, so this was task one, everybody. Let's move on to, without losing any more time, please take a note of these vocabulary items if you don't know any of them. All right. So let's move on to task two if you are ready. Please get yourself a pencil and a piece of paper. Okay. This one is a little bit more challenging. Let's concentrate. Good luck, everyone. Let's go. All right, time is up, everyone. I hope you had fun answering the questions. All right. So as you can see from the very first sentence, this time our text is about climate. Okay, and how climate shapes our lives depending on the location. All right. So here, important thing is, climate shapes our life, but it depends on the location. It has a role in our life, but this role changes from location to location. Why is this important, everyone? Because the very first question is related to this one. Like I said, reading the first sentence carefully is very, very important because, as you can see, location is another word for region. So, different regions, different means different locations. So, these are synonyms actually. All right, so the answer for the first one comes from the first sentence actually, right? So location and region, they are both nouns and they are synonyms, all right? So different regions experience different. Here we have a very important vocabulary item again. No matter. No matter what you do, no matter where you go, no matter how you look at the issue, it means it doesn't matter. Okay? No matter means it doesn't change the end result. So it doesn't matter. Okay? It means, so for example, no matter what you do, no matter what you do, or no matter what you say, you cannot convince him. You cannot convince him. He has made up his mind and you cannot change his mind, okay? So no matter what you say, it doesn't matter what you say. You cannot convince him, okay? So no matter the location. Location doesn't matter. Different regions experience different types of climate. This was easy. Different regions experience different types of climate, such as tropical, desert, or polar. A climate guide can give you this was easy again, useful information, right, about what weather to expect. So information about what weather to expect each in each area. So in each and every location, all right, in each area, helping people prepare for travel. Now, as you can see, people here, you have a noun, prepare for travel, prepare for daily life. So you have two nouns here. So obviously, this one should also be a noun, okay? So you are preparing for travel, you are preparing for agriculture, and you are preparing for daily life, right? So agriculture is growing food, growing vegetables, growing fruits, and also raising animals, right? To sell to other people. So that's the meaning of agriculture. By understanding now here, as if you remember in our previous practice, we asked these, right? So here we asked from these practices, we said, and here what we are asking is from this information. Now, why? Because information is uncountable. And with with uncountable nouns, we can use only this or that, okay? And that is not a good option here. The best answer is this. So by understanding this information, we can make better decisions, right? We can make better decisions. Very good. And adapt more easily to the environment. All right, so adapt more easily to the environment. So this is our answer, adapt more easily. And this knowledge also helps communities reduce risks from extreme weather and protect natural resources. It goes on like this. So the benefits of understanding how climate works, okay? So here we have another useful vocabulary item. Adapt something, okay? Adapt easily to the environment. So what's the meaning of adapt then, everyone? Adapt means, it's a verb, of course. Adapt means adjust. We can adjust ourselves to the environment, or we can modify our behavior. We can change our behavior to fit that environment. So it means modify, it means change, it means adjust. But in order to fit somewhere, in order to live comfortably there, we adapt ourselves, right? So that's the meaning here. So this is the end of task 2, everyone. Let's take a short break here, and after the break we will continue with practice test or timed practice 2. See you after the break, everyone.